She's kind of hot.
What was that? Huh? Sound like a zombie.
Yeah.
I was
wow.
scared and turned on all at the same time. Right?
Ay, ay. Wow. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Giancarlo.
And I'm Felicia.
And this is a review of
Rise of the Zombies.
the Zombie Apocalypse Survival Game. In Rise of the Zombies, players play as survivors from the zombie apocalypse, working together to reach the rescue helicopter by going through 7 locations before time runs out. In the box you'll find 13 survivor cards, 44 zombie cards, 109 action cards which include locations, weapons, items, skill cards, companion cards, location attachments, and instant cards. Double-sided wound counters of 1 and 2s and 3s and 4s. Double-sided XP counters, also of 1 and 2s and 3s and 4s, 13 survivor tokens, 8 survivor counter stands, 4 double-sided group counters, a safe house card, a rescue helicopter card, 2 white dice, an electronic timer, and of course, the rulebook.
Here's how to set up. Place the safe house card on the table. Place the rescue helicopter card on the opposite end of the safe house, leaving enough room for about 6 location cards in between. Shuffle and deal each player a survivor card. Those players each take their matching survivor token and insert them in the survivor stand and place them on the safe house card. Shuffle the action cards to form an action deck. Shuffle the zombie cards to create the zombie deck. Place the group counter with the big number denoting how many players you are next to the safe house. Start the timer and set it on the table. Time depends on how many players you are and the difficulty level you wish to play. The timer cannot be stopped for any reason. Now, each player draws from the action deck a hand size equal to number on the top right corner of the group token. You may choose to show your cards face up to everyone. You are now ready to face the zombie apocalypse.
Apocalypse!
You are now ready to face the zombie apocalypse.
Here's how to play. Every round there are 2 turns, the player turn and the zombie turn. In the player turn there are 3 phases: discard cards, draw cards, and play cards. All these phases are performed by the players simultaneously. The discard cards phase lets each player choose to discard cards if they want, so that when they reach the draw cards phase, they draw up to their hand size, -1 per wound token they have. Finally, the play cards sequence lets all players choose to play some cards. This is the meat of the game where players have a bunch of options. Here, players play simultaneously, talk for best tactics, use abilities or items, place a location card, ready weapons, attack zombies, and so forth. Let me talk about these actions. To reach the rescue helicopter, the players will have to go through 6 locations between the safe house and the rescue helicopter card. Any player may play 1 location card per player turn if they so wish. When the location card is played, it is placed next to the safe house, and subsequent location cards played will be next to the last location, and so forth. The player playing the location follows these steps. He places his survivor token onto the new location. He'll draw action cards equal to the number printed on the top right corner of the location. Yes, you can go above your hand size. And now zombie infestation begins. The infestation value of a location card is equal to the infestation modifier at the bottom of the location card, if any, plus the number at the bottom right of the group token, plus 1 for each location previously played, including the safe house. Once you have the infestation value, reveal the top cards of the zombie decks and add the numbers on the top right corner. Do any of the zombie effects, if any, and keep drawing zombie cards and doing their effects until you reach or surpass the infestation value of that location.
Another action includes moving. Each player may move once each player turn. One way of moving was to play a location card, as you've seen. Another way is to discard a card with the follow icon on it. However, if you are engaged with a zombie that has the keyword block, or a zombie with keyword group block is at your location, you cannot move. Of course, readying weapons and items is a very important action to take as well. Readying means playing weapons, items, or skill cards from your hand to the table. To do so, the player readying the card must spend XP points written on its top right corner. So when you start off, the only cards you can ready are those with a 0 cost. How do you get XPs to spend on these vital cards? Killing zombies, of course. Which brings us to another important action in the phase: attacking. Here's how that works.
Every survivor has one free attack per player turn. Some survivors start with a weapon. If not, they need to have a ready weapon to attack with. Simply declare which zombie you're attacking and with which weapon. Roll the die and see the result on the card of the weapon you used. Place that many wounds on the zombie if it hit. If the wounds are equal to or greater than the zombie's health at the bottom of the card, you take the zombie card. You now have experience points equal to the number on the top right corner of the card. Once you've used your free attack, you can discard a card with a pistol icon on it to perform another attack. You may do this as many times as you have cards with a pistol icon to discard. And finally, you may use a weapon's final attack for free by discarding the weapon and doing that much damage. Lastly, if you roll a 1, some weapons will make you reload. That means you can't use the weapon anymore, but you can still use its final attack.
Once the player turn is over, we move to the zombie turn, which has its own 3 phases. Zombies move, zombies attack, and zombies spawn. In zombies move, the zombies will move one location closer to their closest survivor. If a survivor is already in the location, they remain there. Now, the zombies will attack in the next phase. Simply roll a die for the zombies and the engaged survivor takes wounds equal to their printed value. Finally, zombie spawn phase happens. Draw a zombie card from the deck and place it one location behind the rearmost survivor. Make your way to the rescue helicopter in time, and you've survived the zombie apocalypse.
Rise of the Zombies was an instant hit at BTD. We love the fast-paced action of the game, the chaotic nature of the players deciding what to do, and the mistakes we've made along the process to bicker about it in hindsight. All the while, the clock's counting down to your doom. We wouldn't take a lying down though, and we'd get ready to take our revenge and kick some zombie ass. We love the game, its concept, and mechanics. That being said, we need to review all aspects of the game, and it's here that Rise loses some of the points. The tokens for the most part are a little flimsy. Also, one aspect of the rulebook was very confusing, and I only got it until I got to the sample game section of the rulebook. The rulebook says every player can only move once during each player turn. The follow icon, what we didn't know, was what was required to discard to do that move action unless you place the location. So we thought move and follow were 2 different actions. The upside is that the cards are of very good quality, and the sketchbook art on the crumpled paper sheet background gives it a nice thematic feel, as if it's a recounting of the survivor's tale or how they escaped should you win, or a grim artful recount of their doom. But all in all, we definitely would play this one again, and it's nice to see DVG branching out into more multiplayer games. And this one, which can accommodate up to 8, is a great one for big zombie lover gamer groups. We give it 8.5 Hulker Zombies out of 10.